So, we just attended our very first press movie release. Thank you to the guys over at Grand Check-It for setting this up for us.
Straight up.
Grand Check-It, I'm going to leave a link to their website below. They do everything we do, and actually a little more, Like a one-stop shop. Comics, anime, TV and movies, comic books, actual books. And I think they're the only website I know that does actual books. But anyway, they are up on it with news and reviews. Definitely give them a follow on Twitter. Check out their website. You won't be disappointed, and you will always be in the know. And they also do written reviews for projects, which it gives you a chance to release your emotions in a proper way. So definitely check them out, because I don't know how proper it's about to be when we talk about this trash movie.
Basura.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Jovi.
And yeah, so like we said, we just watched a press screener for the movie Moonfall. Thank you again, guys, over at Grand Check-It. This movie was it was not good, and we have a lot to say about how bad it actually was. So I think what we're gonna, because we're gonna have to get into spoilers to talk about this.
Yeah, straight up.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and give you the rating first. So if you just want to know what we think about it,
Just get it out
of the way. We'll tell you that, and then you don't have to watch the spoilers afterwards, because we're gonna get in the spoilers. So Jovi, what you giving this?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2 because it's bad. It's not straight to DVD bad, but it's bad. It's like it has this much watchability.
Yeah.
And then they try to explain the plot, and then that's when it lost like 2 points for me. Well, probably 1 point, because it was at a 3, and then it got stupid.
So it's interesting you say that.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I was like, this is just, it's a hit or miss for me. I can take it or I can leave it.
Yeah.
So I was literally at like the 50% mark. I was like, probably a 2.5. But then the movie went on and on and on. And that's where I was like, yeah, this is taking too long. So it lost a point for me.
Sick.
So I'm at a 2 as well.
Okay.
So your small couch review score is a 2 out of 5. Take that for what you will. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Go watch the movie. Come back here. Let us know what you think. Now we're gonna talk about spoilers. All right, bro. You know what? I'm gonna let you go first. All right. You know what? I'm so sorry. Let's talk about what this movie is about. So, it stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson,
oh my God,
and Samuel Tarly from Game of Thrones, whose name I forget right now. I think it's Jonathan something.
Oh, I was
here.
just trying to figure out where the heck, I was like, where do I know this guy from?
Yeah.
The entire movie. I'm like, who is this why do I know this actor?
Yeah, man, that was Sam. So, anyway. So, at the beginning of the movie, you know what? How am I going to explain this? Let's just say it this way. It is discovered that the moon has changed its orbit.
That's it.
And it's getting closer and closer to Earth with every orbit. And in 3 weeks' time, it's eventually going to impact with the Earth and destroy everything.
Yeah.
So kind of like Armageddon, but not as exciting. Because they find out that there's actually something doing this to the moon.
Yeah.
So now it's their mission to go find out what it is and stop it before the moon crashes and destroys the Earth.
Yeah. That's pretty much the plot line.
Yeah. So Jovi, I'll hand it over to you. Tell us your thoughts.
So it's like, we usually start off what I liked. It's like the CG wasn't even good.
It wasn't. So there was a lot of it, by the way. There was a whole lot of CG.
So maybe, and this is like, we always give movies second chances and try to explain things. Like, a lot of the stuff that was bad feels like it was just added, and there wasn't time behind it. Now, the CG from the main plot points was like, cool, this looks nice. But the shots of overhead, like LA,
oh yeah,
were by far some of the worst. It looked worse than the video game.
oh wow.
I also didn't have my glasses on, so that changed a lot too. I'm like, what? And we're watching this in IMAX, which was another awesome thing. This movie is definitely made for IMAX, regardless how horrible it was.
Yeah.
It's an IMAX movie.
It's directed by the guy who did Independence Day. So, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of disasters and stuff going on.
So it's like a whole bunch of crazy disasters happening. And then for me, that's when that could have been the highlight of the movie because the plot was.
So I actually, there are specific points in this movie, especially at the end. I remember at the end when the moon is closest to the Earth.
Yeah.
Where there are shots where I was like, you know what, I could screenshot that and use it as a screensaver. Like, I thought it looked pretty cool.
And those were really great. I'm like, that's why I'm trying to think of why the other things were bad. Like, maybe they planned because it was just shots with no humans in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like assuming that they were like, oh, this is the shot, and they got to that point, finished filming everything, like, oh shit, we didn't put that in the movie, and they called Intern John, and Intern John's just on this really bad computer, and he's trying to render it, but he can't. That's what it looked like to me. But okay, besides that, I don't know. The acting was bad.
Oh my god, the acting!
It's like, you said it yourself. You know Halle Berry's a great actress. Or actor, because some people don't like using actress. Yeah.
So, it's like... So, we tried our best not to talk about this in the car, on the car ride home. But I couldn't help it. The writing. Like, I don't know if it's the right... Like, the writing was so bad.
The writing was bad.
I've seen... Patrick Wilson, he's from The Conjuring. Yeah. And I think he was an Aquaman.
Yeah.
Halle Berry, obviously, everywhere. Right. And I watched all of Game of Thrones. I know these people are good actors.
Great actors. So and that's what I'm sitting there like... And that's I had a question. I was like... While I'm sitting in this movie, I was like, is Halle Berry a bad actor? Because I'm like, it's just really bad. I'm like, I was like, have I been fooled by her beauty all these years?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she was trying to play down to the people she was acting with. Because everyone else, oh my gosh.
Everyone was
I don't want to put their names out there because that would be bad. But Patrick Wilson, his character, I think his name is Harper.
Yes.
Harper.
You remember. And
okay, yeah.
so not memorable.
It's his last name. Yeah. His children, he has there's an actor when the child's like 10 and another one when he's like 18. Both of them were terrible.
All right. Yeah. I want to see, and I wanted to say something about the way he was talking. So his accent changes. He's like talking, and I want to make sure this actor's not deaf or anything like that, like to be disrespectful. But it kind of sounded like that.
What does that mean?
No, like he was talking as like he couldn't hear what was coming out of his mouth. Like he was like lip like voice, and then it kind of sounded British. But then literally 20 minutes later, he was talking perfectly fine, and he sounded like an American kid.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here? No one caught that. They could have easily reshot his scenes.
That's true.
Because his scenes were not. You could have had you could have just had a CGI head and just had a shot of him, because his scenes were not that important. He wasn't that important for like motivation for the main character. Like,
no.
I don't care. They showed him running from the cops. So that it would make sense that he saves everybody in the freaking car chase in the snow in a Lexus, and he jumped. These are just things that just don't. Yeah. And if you guys like, I'm sorry that this is all over the place because this movie had, like you said, the pacing was horrible. They were already going to space within like literally probably the first 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah, so that's probably that was my biggest issue with this movie.
There was not enough build up. And the fact that you know damn well if the fucking moon, and I cursed, was out of orbit, we would not know about it. Yeah. The government would not. Even if it got leaked on Twitter, as it does in the movie, The government be like, oh, we good.
Right.
We good. We're going to space. They say, we're going to go to space and we're going to handle this. Government wouldn't tell us anything.
Right. There was, yeah. So there were a lot of unbelievable things in this movie. That being one of them.
Car chase.
I tried to be like, okay, it's a movie about like something controlling the moon.
Yeah.
So let me try to put the believability factors in the back of my mind. Even then, I couldn't help it. And before I move on, we have to talk about Halle Berry's husband in the movie.
Oh man.
Because he was by far the worst actor. He was the worst actor.
We gotta look him up. And we're gonna tell y'all if he's even acted before, because this just looked like a debut,
bruh.
And he's been doing church plays for the last 18 years because he was horrible.
His first scene, me and Jovi actually looked at each other in the theater and were like, "This can't be a finished product. Like this can't be real."
Talking about looking at me, I laughed the entire time. The guy to the right of me was really upset because I kept busting out laughing at how bad this film was.
All right, bruh. So, I mean, yeah, like you said, we're kind of all over the place. So, bottom line, acting was bad.
Acting was horrible.
Visuals were bad. There was a lot of green screen. It was easy to see green screen, which is, in my book, bad green screen. Like, you could tell. Yeah. And then, like, the pacing. So, like he said, it's like, this movie, it's an interesting, I don't even know the word to use. It's like opposites here because the movie was paced so badly that you rushed through the beginning. Like, you're like, hey, this guy has this is your main character. This is his friend. His friend betrayed him. This is his family. His family left him. His wife got remarried. Now he's a bum. Okay, now he's going to space to save the world. Like, they rushed through this whole thing, right?
That's all in the first 20 minutes.
Like, in the first, maybe 30, 40 minutes of the movie. And then this movie just, I remember I checked my phone at least 4 times. And how is this movie not over yet?
That's a sign. If you have time to check your phone during a movie, that's a sign that it's bad. It's like you sitting on the couch watching the straight to DVD film.
Yeah, this movie was less than 2 hours long. And I literally couldn't believe it. I actually during the movie, I talked. I was like, I can't believe this movie is less than 2 hours. Because it kept, I've never seen a movie that went through so much story so fast, but still end up being 20 minutes too long. Bad. It doesn't make any sense.
I will say this. It was so bad that when they were explaining the main plot
at the end of the movie,
in the end of the movie, I definitely went to sleep. And then I woke up when all the cool stuff was happening, when the moon was really close to Earth. And I was like, cool, this was really interesting. Then I realized, I went to sleep. Where's the fat guy? I was just like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
It was that. It was that quick. So we're talking about all of this real fast, and then it gets so slow. And then this weird thing happens, and then we learn about the construct and the AI, and I'm like, I don't care about this anymore.
Yeah.
For our first press release movie, I fell asleep.
So I mean, sad. Yeah, it's bottom line, the story that was written was a terrible story. I would have been. So it was a bad story that was shot badly and acted badly. And, I mean, just the ridiculousness of this movie. So, the Earth is going crazy as the moon gets closer.
It's destroyed.
So the character's son, or the main character's son, is... he's escorting these people to, a safety bunker, I think it is.
Yeah.
And on his way there, I believe he runs into the same robbers twice.
Yes.
Twice!
After he travels... they walk for a while.
Yeah.
After they get robbed.
They steal their vehicle. He walks away to another safety place.
And what doesn't make sense about that, they were in a place that was secure. So how did the robbers get into...
So no, before you even say that, the second time they get robbed, they're getting oxygen tanks. Him and the people he's escorting are getting oxygen tanks while some other people are outside in the car. How the heck did they get into this store without the people in the car
seeing them?
Like, did that make sense to you? It didn't make any sense to me.
And how the hell did they catch up to them?
Yeah. So
and how the hell did he drift?
So here's
in the snow in a Lexus truck. It was like a Lexus commercial.
Yes.
They showed a Lexus dealership. He was driving a Lexus when he got pulled over.
Yeah. And then, like he said, the robbers chased them in the snow in their cars in a Lexus truck. And somehow, some way, without radios, the robbers are able to just talk to each other. As they're talking to the camera, the people in the cars, separate cars next to them, are able to hear them and communicate back.
There's no way.
Yeah.
One's driving a Humvee and one's driving a pickup truck, and you're telling me y'all talking to each other. Like,
so, and the only reason we're talking about this, you would think, oh, it's just a chase scene. Why are they talking about it? This subplot took up so much of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this whole thing about the main character's son, whose name I don't even remember. Oh, his name was Sonny. His name was Sonny. His son's name was Sonny. Anyway, Sonny escorting these people, that took up, it had to be at least half the movie. Yeah. And it literally amounted to nothing. There was no payoff. He didn't get anything accomplished at all. So why did you even show us that? And yeah, man, at the end of the day, this just, you really, I know people are looking for something outside of Spider-Man, but this ain't it, bruh. This ain't it. My man gave us Independence Day, and I don't think he's done a good movie since.
Yeah, so at this point, I need to watch Independence Day again. Yeah, in 2022. I need to watch all Halle Berry films again in 2022.
This movie did that to you?
Yeah, because I'm like, there's no way. I was like, I know she's good.
Yeah, it was
I know she's good. There's no way. And all her little one-liners.
Yeah, those irritated me.
They were whole scene's over, Halle Berry. Like, it's like, why are you saying things like this is a sitcom?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she just turns to the left and just,
yeah. So, I want to blame the script.
Oh, yeah.
Because
whoever wrote this,
Patrick Wilson at least seemed like he was trying.
Yeah.
But it was just bad, and the people he was acting with were horrible. But then Halle Berry, for some reason, it's like, why are you acting as if you've never acted? Why are you acting like these people? Like you're better than them.
It really,
show us.
Again, it's like this was a church play, and these just horrible church actors.
So, like, we could get into, like, everything wrong with the story, from the terrible idea with the nukes to the
oh my gosh,
to the
it's always the nukes.
Yeah, Halle Berry's ex-husband doing something that literally would never happen on a military base. To them flying a rocket without engines. Like, we could get into a bunch of it, but
he would have been dead in seconds. As soon as that happened, I was done.
Yeah,
I think that. I mean, you talk about that's like points. I was just like, this is another check off of just this is horrible.
Oh yeah, and yeah, the whole military side of this again. Like, there's a lot of this movie that should have been left out. I think if you cut out what didn't need to be there, you might get like 35 minutes of movie. So that's why they included it.
Yeah. 35, 45 minute movie, and that's it.
I don't have anything else to say. I don't want to waste any more time on this. Don't watch it. Wait for it to come to VOD, and then don't watch it then. So, that's all I have to say. You got anything else, bro?
Who produced this? Watch it for free if you pay for a membership. Like,
yeah.
Again, it's like certain parts, let's say 85% is visually pleasing, but then it's not worth it. It's not worth watching to see the cool moon-earth combo.
Correct. So, hey, that's our Moonfall spoiler review. Let us know what you guys thought. As always, write down there in the comments. Did you actually like it? Do you think we were wrong? We like reading the comments, and we like interacting with you guys. So, yeah, let us know. And
until your opinion.
Yeah. Until next time, guys. We are out.
Deuces.